Welcome back. In the first lesson video today, we looked at complementary angles and saw that they were two angles whose sum equaled 90 degrees. In this video, we're going to look at supplementary angles, and that is two angles whose sum equals 180 degrees. Okay, so instead of 90, now we're 180 degrees. We are still only two angles. Can't be one angle, can't be three angles, just two angles whose sum, meaning when I add them together, they equal 90. Okay, just like you can add the little bar on the 9 to make a 90-degree angle, some people remember for supplementary angles, if I put a little diagonal there and a 1 in front and I close the U, it makes 180 degrees. That was the bell for second period. Okay? All right, it makes 180 degrees, so that's kind of a little way you can remind it. I also use the idea of it's always right to give a complement, and complementary angles add up to 90 degrees, which is a right angle. If you make another complement, if you supplement the first complement with another one, right, that would equal 180 degrees. So just another kind of little way to remember the difference between complementary and supplementary. Okay, so we're going to look at some examples that remind us that supplementary angles, just like complementary angles, they can be either adjacent or non-adjacent. When they're adjacent, since they equal 90 degrees, their non-shared sides will form a line. Okay, so look at my first example here. When I look at this angle 50 and this angle 30, and notice I marked them with different arcs because they're not the same angle. Remember we said a couple days ago that congruent angles will have the exact, or I think we're going to say congruent angles will have the exact same marks on them. Okay, so that was when we talked about angle bisectors. We talked about angles having the same marks. If they're different angles, we really should put different marks on them. Okay, when I take 130 plus 50, I do get 180 degrees, and I end up with a line along the edge of it. Okay. When I look at the next two angles that make 180 degrees, I have a 60-degree angle, and I'm going to add an extra arc because these are not equal. I have a 60-degree angle and a 120-degree angle, and when I do 120 plus 60, I do get my 180. So these two angles together are supplementary. Okay, they are non-adjacent supplementary angles. Whereas my first set were adjacent supplementary. Okay, and then my last set that I have here, I've got 45 and 135, so I have a smaller angle, and then I have an obtuse angle. If I do 135 plus 45, I end up with also 180, and I can see that it makes along the bottom or along the edge that's not shared, it does make a line. These are adjacent supplementary angles. Okay? And just like with complementary angles, if we have two angles, we say they complement each other. We do the same thing with supplementary angles. If two angles are supplementary, we say they supplement each other. Okay, so one supplements the other. When it says for the supplement, find the supplement for each given angle, the measure of angle A is 38. So remember on the first video we subtracted from 90 to find the complement. To find the supplement, we're going to subtract from 180. So I'm going to do 180 minus 38 and get 142 degrees. Okay, the next one, 142, so I'm going to take 180 and subtract 142. And when I do 180 minus 142, I get 38 degrees. Which should make sense, right? 38 and 42 supplement each other, or 142, so 142 and 38 supplement each other. It's really the same pairs, right? And then the measure of angle C, if I have 90 degrees, then 180 minus 90 is 90 degrees. Two right angles make 180 degrees. Okay? Just like with complementary angles, sometimes we will have some algebra involved. So if it says angle A and angle B are supplementary, again, I can tell they're non-adjacent because they have different vertexes. Angle A and angle B. I know if I add them together, it's going to give me 180 degrees. Okay, if I slide those two angles together, it's going to give me a line along the bottom. Okay, then it tells me the measure of angle A is 7x plus 2. And then it tells me the measure of angle B is x minus 6. So look, I can kind of already see my equation there. I'm going to have the 7x plus 2 plus the x minus 6. And I know that's going to equal 180. Angle A plus angle B is supplementary. Okay, so now let's go ahead and solve this. The first thing I'm going to do is combine my like terms. So I've got a 7x and a plus 1x, so that's 8x. And then I have a plus 2 and a minus 6, so that's minus 4, equals 180. I'm going to add 4 on both sides. Addition, property of equality. 8x equals 180 plus 4 is 184. I'm going to divide both sides by 8, my division property of equality. I ran out of room. I'm going to have to slide over a little bit. Oops. My computer's in my way from sliding my paper. There we go. Okay, 180 divided by 84, or divided by, 184 divided by 8 is 23. And when I look back at the problem, that's all it told me to do is find the 23. But before I put a box around it, I'm just going to check my answers just real quick to make sure. If I put a 23 in here, and I put a 23 in here, and find out how big each of those angles are, I should add up to 180. So let's check the green angle. My angle A is going to be 7 times 23 plus 2. So 7 times 23 is 161. Plus 2 is 163. So this angle is 163 degrees. Let's check the pink angle. For my pink angle, I'm going to have 23 minus 6. So 23 minus 6 is 17 degrees. So this angle is 17 degrees. So then you can just check, does 163 plus 17 equal 180? 163 plus 17 sure does equal 80. So I feel confident that I can put a box around this x because that is my correct answer. Okay? All right, so we've looked at complementary and we've looked at supplementary. The next video is going to show you how this would look maybe in a proof. All right, thank you so much for watching.